Hello and welcome to. I'm gonna pause again because they're gonna start soon in the film. Um, the HRL Go Kart on Infinite round 2, and this is actually going to be, well, I guess if you want to count it, week 2. This is actually round 4, I should say. So, got hit with the film cheese, even worse than last time, but yeah, got hit with it again. The first film is, so what happened the last time is the second film was there, but we couldn't watch it. Now this first one this time is just completely gone. So lit. Unfortunate because there's definitely some good battles, and even through the lag, some good battles and good moments in that first race. Not to say that there aren't any in the second one. There's some in here too, but I think that first one was not too bad as far as Infinite goes. So it's unfortunate, but a whale. I'm gonna go through the results for it real quick in the beginning of this one, so that you're up to date with it. Because yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, I guess I could do round 2 because round 2 got cheesed as well. So round 2, I'm just gonna do the podium. Round 2 was Luke, Roman, Opix, Real Deal, and Detail. That's the overall. You can check out the docs if you want to see the Moto results. But that was the overall for it. And then our last track, Cadaris Creek, round 3. Luke, Roman, and Armada. Armada making his way onto the overall podium. Nuked and Real Deal rounding out top 5 for that one. And Armada taking a Moto win. In the first race there, his first Moto win in, I'm not going to look it up. His first Moto win since deciding to take the back half of last year off. Comes back in 2023 and 5 motos in, gets a Moto win. So yeah, first Moto win in probably like half a year if I had to guess, something like that. All right. So yeah, so that was results for that. That was overall results for that. I guess because it was more recent, we could do motos for that one. So yeah, Armada won the first moto. Luke got second, Roman got third, and then Luke won the second moto. Roman got second. Real Deal got third. That's how Luke and Roman got the top 2 spots in the overall. Armada having not as hot of a second moto, but that first moto still gave him enough of a cushion to finish third overall, which gives him a really good starting spot for this race at Cupid's Comet. So, to go through the track a little bit, this one made it just in time for this week. Pretty well. First of all, the colors are cheesed, so I don't know how to explain that, but some of the colors on the map are just not right, and not even just that they don't look good, but just they're literally just not the right colors. So I just want to point that out. If some things look odd, yeah, that's not supposed to be a pink rock right there or piece of terrain. So but yeah, some pretty cool effects on this track with these big freaking boulder, comet, asteroid, whatever terminology it is, coming in. That one landed there. There's a bit of a crater over there. We'll check that out going into the cave. Some cool effects on this track, some audio effects, a lot of visual effects too. But yeah, pretty cool looking track, pretty cool layout. And it's unfortunate that the infinite lag is so bad because I actually think this is a pretty solid track. Not like the best that I've ever made, but I think it's pretty good. And I wish we could have, you know, in a non-cheese setting, raced this track, because I really think this track is actually pretty decent. Aesthetically and race-wise, I think it's pretty good overall. So yeah, unfortunate that it's cheese, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, almost done with the preamble. So we got the lap count here too. So we got the lights back and the lap counts all set and works pretty well here for this week. So let's go through the starting order. It's going to be Luke on the right, Roman on the left, then Armada third, Nuked fourth. I don't remember the layout, so hopefully I remember how people look. Real Deal and Opix, Detail and Slaunch, Jared and Camby and Matt rounding out the field for 35 laps. No heats, second race of the night, so no heats for this one. That's a benefit for me. Yeah, when the lights go down, everybody will go green. You can hear the revs. Must be coming up soon. So we're about to start the race, and we're green. Oh, and multiple people going way wide. The lag cheese coming into full effect. Oh, Camby. Not where he wants to be going, that's for sure. Getting out of the cave, and it's a fast lap on this track, about 20 seconds. So this track, very similar lap time to Eagle River. just a bit longer. But Luke, Roman, and Real Deal, the top 3 currently. Oh! Jared and Nuked with a big contact right there. Jared just sent it into the first corner and maybe got in a little too hot. And unfortunately, they actually recovered pretty well, but wasn't too great for him. Look at the pretty decent early lead as Real Deal gets around Roman. That could be a big pass for Real Deal here early in the race. Let's start going to the onboards. Jared struggling. Oh, Nuke's getting a little bit of the contact. Jared taking him down. A lot of drivers struggling. Nuke's with a pretty clean pass there. A lot of drivers struggling with... sorry. My throat is cheesed. A lot of drivers struggling with the downhill section. And also this first corner. It's very easy to traction lock. And it's also very easy to get lag cheesed. And that's the trick. Or that's the tricky part with Infinite, is that sometimes, you know, when you're racing on your own, you can tell what's traction lock and what's not. But when you're racing in actual lobbies and in the pack, it is very hard to tell. Sometimes you just straight up cannot tell when you're traction locking or when you're just lagging, which makes it very difficult to improve and, you know, figure out what you're doing. Good battle here between Opix and Detail. These guys have been battling a lot in these Infinite races for whatever reason. Keep finding each other in these races, I feel like. And they're back at it again. Oh, Detail got a little wide right there. Camby probably searching to his inside. Roman struggling with this track early on. Oh, no! A little too far left. And that's going to take Opix... What? I don't know what that was all about, but that's going to take him down. That 2-wheel is going to be very costly. And so he's going to lose many positions there and going to have to try to recover the rest of this race. Definitely better for it to happen early on. Not over yet. Detail really sticking that inside right there. That was like almost like excessively on the apex of that corner, but definitely better than swinging out wide. Trying to work Camby here. Both drifting around. Love that. Love that last corner. With the lag cheese, it could actually be more tricky than it looks. I mean, with the lag cheese, everything is more tricky than it looks. The one good thing about the lag cheese is that it can bring a little more passing and action. I think with these gooses, I think that there probably wouldn't be as much of that without the lag cheese. Not saying that it is a good thing, but if there's some positive takeaway, I think that is the only thing I can come up with. Really slick pass there out of Detail, going to work around the outside of Camby, which is something that you can do. I really like this downhill section because that's something that you can do. Here's an update on the lead. This is Luke in the lead, and that's the lap traffic that he's catching up to. Now, where is the rest of the field? That's Jared. He's already put Jared a lap down. Look at how big the gap is. Oh, Slanch going wide. Oh, no. Big cheese for a driver there. Armada and Roman, I don't think Armada's a lap down. I think they're battling for it in 2-3. Pretty sure. Trying to find him. There we go. Roman and Armada. Believe this is the battle for second here. I wish I could double check, but I can't seem to check the scoreboard in theater. Classic. Oh, it's unfortunate for Slanch. So yeah, I can't seem to check the scoreboard, but I'm pretty sure Armada's in this. He had a good starting spot, so 2-3 podium battle between Roman and Armada right now, and you can tell Armada struggling. And this is the thing again. It's gonna be hard to show it in theater, but like what's happening a lot of the time, like see how Armada's like really going wide right here. When you get in front of somebody, like there's a lag bubble in general, but especially when you're in front of somebody, it is really hard to make your turns for whatever reason. Like it's not the same as when you're alone, when you're behind somebody as well. Like both of them are different. That's unfortunate. Both of them are different, but for some reason it seems to be way worse when you're behind somebody. So I don't know what that's all about. Or sorry, when you're in front of somebody, it seems to be way worse. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, but that seems to be the case. And it makes for some really tricky situations because you can make fat gains on somebody and you can make a great pass, look great. And then you can just like not, get in front of them and just not be able to clear them. And suddenly they're way faster than you. This is a situation that happens a lot. You could ask the driver. It happens a lot. So it is not, it's not a rare situation. It happens very frequently during the races. This is Nuke trying to catch up and make a move on Detail. It's Armada in front of them. And I think Real Deal in front of him. I'm honestly getting confused with how big like the lap driver pack. It's a nice move from Nuke there. With how cheese the lap driver pack is, I'm honestly getting confused at this point. I don't really know what's going on. Might be real. Not really sure. Oh, move to the inside for detail here. Now can he stick it to the left and keep this line open for the first turn? Not quite. Very close though. Yeah, this is a track made a bit on a whim. We had different tracks that were already done or in progress at different points in the schedule. We needed a track to fill this slot, so slammed this track out earlier in the week, and very happy with how this came out for like solo 2-day forge basically. This one was easily fastest forge for me on this game. I think just getting used to everything and getting prefabs for everything and stuff like that obviously helped with that. But yeah, for how long a lot of the maps can take, this one actually did not take very long. This one took about like an average forge length for me on like a track like this. Oh, that sucks. Detail getting that weird angle on the rumble, and that's going to cost him. He's going to lose a spot and go a lap down. That is very unfortunate. I think Real Deal here getting by Slaunch, believe is a lap down. Things are going to get hard to track. I wish I could, I guess we got to leave this up. Oh, can I? Why can't I hide? Dude, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. I guess we'll check it periodically. But 15 laps left in the race at the moment. Why can't I hide, like, the other stuff and leave the lap count up? Pretty sure we could do that in the other games. Can't do it in this one. Who'd have thought? Craziness on the front stretch right now. I don't know what just happened to Detail with that lag cheese. Just goes straight in the pole. Matt, I think, trying to do a quick job of blue flagging there. And yeah, you can just tell. It's just crazy at this point. Jared with the optic black and doing pretty well, honestly. Jared's been kind of a surprise. He hasn't been performing too bad. He's had some good results and for himself, and especially not racing too recently. So he's actually been pretty decent. Jared's put in some performances where he's done a bit better than I expected, all right? That's what I'm trying to say. He hasn't been too bad. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been too bad. And I believe that was Roman in second place at this point, I'm pretty sure, in front of him there, putting him a lap down. So Roman is back into second. Let's get an idea on where that, on how the gap, so here's Luke going in the downhill right there. And let's get a look. There's Roman right there. So it's a pretty big gap, and then I think Real Deal's third, and he's right there. So he could close in. He's going to need some help, but he could close in. But yeah, the gaps are pretty intense in this race at the moment. Good pack here, though. Armada and Nuked. Slaunch going off. And Luke's in the spot where behind these guys, it's going to be hard to hit apexes and hit the inside. So we'll see if Armada and Nuked can make something happen here. And they're battling for their own spot. They don't want to cheese the leader at the same time, and it gets really weird as we go down through the cave. And they're going to get their lap back. Detail cheeses off after another lag instance. I think he's had enough of Infinite. Understandable. Have a nice day. Armada gets the lockup or the lag cheese or both. Nuked gets probably a lag cheese right there with how he was stuck on the inside for a minute. I bet he was waiting on his screen to catch up, if I could assume. I imagine that's probably what happened there. It's getting close to 7 to go now. So again, Luke going down to the cave, and there's Roman right there. So getting caught in that pack, I think Roman actually gained quite a bit of time. Getting caught in that pack definitely hurt Luke a little bit. Yeah, we could, like, Roman's like in the area where we can like see him now, so that definitely helped him out a bit. That being said, it's still a pretty big gap, but definitely putting Roman back in the race. Real Deal must have had a rough lap right there. He lost a lot. Man, Slunch just cannot get it turned. The problem is, though, Roman did just gain a lot of time, but now Luke's clear of this lapper pack, and Roman's got to get by it. So I'd still say This race is looking pretty good for Luke, and I'd say looking pretty good for Roman to finish second. He's got quite the gap on Real Deal. Oh, these guys are all cheesing. Maybe Roman could just sneak his way by him. But they're all battling for position as well, and it's just so tough to navigate this. Oh! Oh! And Armada punts Roman from behind. I'm not even sure how that happened. We might have to look at a replay on that. Quite the move from Armada here. Let's see how this went down. Just get some... I love that. I love that. You can actually spin people out in this game. It's weird, though, because, like, he shouldn't be gaining that much on Roman there to, like, even get to his tire. Like, oh, Camby goes down. Oh! And look at that. Real Deal goes by. Oh, my goodness. The race for second has opened up with this late race cheese. Armada gets the spin out on Roman, but a pretty quick recovery. And then we'll see what happens with Camby in front of us here. Camby... Oh, hits the right side, goes down, bad crash. Roman gets stuck on the goose, and he goes down and has to recover. And Real Deal was so far behind, but... Oh, wow, Camby cheeses again. Real Deal was so far behind, but you can see how quickly it can change in these infinite races with all the cheese. I mean, the gap for Luke looked massive, and then suddenly with the lap traffic, Roman was not that far behind. The gap for Roman on... What happened to Armada? Oh, no! He got cheesed as well. The gap for Roman on Real Deal looked massive, and then he got in the lap traffic, and a couple lap traffic cheeses, and suddenly Real Deal's by him, and has a pretty decent gap to where he's probably out of the lag bubble, which is what he really needs. 2 laps to go. Not a whole lot of time remaining. That little lockup right there is not going to help either. I think this race is probably locked up as well. Luke going to be coming down to the white flag this time by one more time around to take the first moto at Cupid's Comet and his first moto win of the season. But third moto win total. And get a good start on the night for the overall of this track. See how Moto 2 goes. Never know in these races, and that's going to be it. Takes the win. Pulls off. Real Deal will hold on to second, Roman third. And plenty of drivers. Laps down, going to be coming to the line. Got to figure out where they're all ordered and stuff like that. All right, but at the end of the race, we have more drivers coming in. Line up here. That's pretty cool with the lightning action. So at the end of the race, though, it will be Luke in first, Real Deal second, Roman third, and Opix fourth, Nuked fifth. Sixth will be Camby, seventh, Armada, eighth, Matt, ninth, Jared, 10th, Slaunch, and 11th, Detail. Detail pulling off of that one. I think Slaunch stayed out for this one. But a rough moto for him. But yeah, so that was our first moto, Cupid's Comet, and now we're going to send it over to Moto 2, get things started up there.